What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. It's time for part 10 of the Daedalus Bloc. To do some timeline stuff, if you want to jump forward to the mission start, feel free to look down in the description below and jump to the timestamp of the mission start, or at least the convo if you want to see that. But ultimately, we are here to let you get treated for your wounds. You might need to come into part 10 here. We're going to go find out, but eventually Paige DeVale will talk to me and we'll have something else going on. But otherwise, we can kind of let time tick forward. Don't much care if there's random missions going on. These guys don't matter to me really at all. I did finish the revolver. Let's jump in and check that out real quick. It's going to be you who's running it. So the new revolver, of course, has stuff baked in. So to start, here's what we got. We forced on a mid-tier barrel, we forced on a mid-tier grip, and we put on a decent enough reflex sight to make the minimum range a little bit more palatable. Down to 9 is pretty solid. So let's see what we got for random generated stuff. We got range max, so a little bit of accuracy and arc is fine. We got -4 recoil on a grip, and we got 2 max range on the barrel, which unfortunately we're not going to really be able to use. That is going to be -100% accuracy, so we didn't get the best stuff. Unfortunately, we got 3 accuracy and then stuff that we're going to mostly skip here, which is too bad, but we can still compare this to what we were using, and it should hopefully be a reasonable comparison. Let's go the other way around. Let's start with the 6-shot and compare how much better the 50k Elite is. So the crafted gun comes in with 3 accuracy, 27 ballistic, 13 pure. Crit damage goes from 216 to 285, so a nice 70% crit damage increase. 2% more shred. Max range is kind of whatever, because realistically we're still capped by optimal range for the most part, so +3 optimal range, massively higher overwatch cone, if that's ever going to matter for us. The noise certainly, grew faster than the range did, sure. The recoil a little bit higher there as well, but considering we're getting a solid 10% more damage per bullet, roughly 10% more damage per bullet, and about 4% more damage from accuracy, feels pretty good, especially when we're going to attack it more than 25 meters out. That'll add up there as well, so that seems pretty good overall. So we have a fully crafted sniper rifle, a fully crafted revolver, and as far as I'm concerned, unless we get luckier on some of the crafts, I again don't think we got the best options here with -4 recoil and 2 max range that we can't use. Options were there that could have given us crit and stuff. This is basically as strong as it could possibly be in a sniper revolver setup, which I'm pretty happy with overall. Not much else I'm really going to craft. I think there's no one really looking for much else going on. You're still getting treated, so we gotta wait till that's done. You're detoxing, congrats. Medical recovery is done. Let's go ahead and send you to the doctor again to heal this up. I don't want you to generate more recoil, that seems kind of bad. Dr. Ash can do it in 3 days 18 for more money. I think that's fine with me. She's the fastest one, so yep, I'll pay a bit extra for the fast treatment. That's cool. And we'll once again wait for Paige to come up and say hi. I think that's going to be the plan here. Exposure for you, that's kind of unfortunate, right? Because we kept skipping all his missions, he generated exposure and exposure and exposure. I could trade a favor, but now you're just going to be compromised. Don't care. No big deal. Field Ops is moving towards being ready for level 6. Not that I really need to be level 6 by any means, but not much else going on. Surgery is getting completed. Wound recovery is just about done. Underworld Hub on the way towards next level here as well. Why not? Your wound is done. That's great. Still waiting for Paige to say hi, so we're going to keep playing time, I guess. Need to play bodyguard, bring someone to safety. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. Don't worry about it. I don't think I'm going to go for any new crafts either. Emmanuel's going to gain some stuff. I don't care. Here's some legwork. I'm going to go ahead and say, sure, why not? We'll send Magpie. She still can't go to any of these missions, so sure. Here you go. Have fun. You can do that. No other legwork in flight just yet, but that's okay. Influence limit break for you. Cool. He had exposure and influence, so we'll upgrade Gun Nut. It's going to be level 4 now, so it's going to be even cheaper to buy stuff from him. That's kind of nice. I'm just kind of curious about this real quick. I'm just going to investigate because I want to. Yeah, Gun Nut 4, Street Merch is still 1, but yeah, great. He's yeah, his armor costs more, but -15% to buy everything seems reasonable. He's compromised, but who cares? It's not going to mean anything realistically. Let missions fail. We've got a siege. Don't care about that either. Okay, last time I said, well, it's been a while. The mission popped within 3 days. It's been a while. Where is Paige? Why isn't Paige coming to help? And if I go level 6 here, I get tokens more quickly, but I have so many tokens as it is, I don't really care. I think Underworld Hub is what I care about more. To get me the better cube trade, so I'm going to do that. My money's now low. Yep, Splice Mock's going to fail that mission. You got a scav for me, still don't care. Legwork is doing a bit. Let's go ahead and actually make sure I have no other legwork on offer. I do not. Okay, let's boost the chance 100%. Great. I'm curious if she's going to gain hype. I never remember to check. So you're at 40 hype, and you're about to complete some proc gen legwork. Influence for you? I mean, you don't really have anything I care about, right? Actually, I'm going to bump Syndicate merch. Okay, double check one more time. You are at 40 hype, and I'm curious what happens now. Okay, favors and influence, and you are at 50. Okay, cool. So proc gen legwork does generate hype. It's what I thought was true, but I never actually went and checked to be sure about that, and now I know. All right, there we go. I have submitted the change proposal for the governance contract. Now the timer is ticking. If this is going to work, it will be in a matter of weeks. What's the proposal? A smart contract like Daedalus Bloc is highly resistant to change. How could one proposal shift the power so much? It's a reverse Trojan horse of sorts. If it's accepted and voted in, the change would make it even harder to change the governance contract. It extends all the deadlines and time periods for objections and adjustments, allowed delays, and structural votes. So the Ventago turncoats will vote it down. Yes, they will try, but all the previous votes on changes that they have pushed have been won by razor-thin margins. The Mars loyalists in the block will want this change. It would protect them in a way. So it will look like a legitimate threat. The Ventago agents will be counting votes and fighting to maintain their margins. This doesn't steamroll their future plans. Exactly. And you helped hack the TNS validator cluster. It's been infected with a little virus, a very small virus, just adding a blind spot for a minor code weakness, just enough to miss my personal governance code bug. Because all the governance contract and its rules are all coded into the crypto chain. Introducing a change proposal is actually just a proposed set of code changes, which are strictly reviewed, but TNS has been having a bad year. They're going to miss this tiny critical bug, and we're gonna run the table on the Daedalus Bloc. No matter how good you are hiding, the NBZ won't be safe anymore. Nothing about this will end the Civil War with Ventago inside Jupiter. If you succeed, what will be left of the Daedalus Bloc when it's over? This won't end the Civil War. When Mars and Ventago signed the merger, they signed a devil's bargain. They're like two dragons stuck in a bottle. Neither is strong enough to kill the other, but they can't stop fighting. But they're running Jupiter well enough that the Megacorp is holding its own. True, neither of the dragons wants to inherit a ruined kingdom if they can get the upper hand. The war has become more contained, more focused. They are hiding it better, and if an external threat looms, they come together to protect the Megacorp for just long enough, then they go back to backstabbing. The Daedalus Bloc is not big enough to stop the Civil War. If it fell into Ventago control, it could do a lot of damage, though. No matter how good you are at hiding, the NBZ won't be safe anymore. Certainly, I won't be able to stay in this city, but I'm not sure anywhere will be safe. Our enemies have a long arm. I've determined the safest move will be to get off-world. I've made arrangements for an immediate departure on one of the near-orbit space stations. To a Gleamer, huh? Yep, a Gleamer indeed, but it won't be able to stop there. I will take transport to the colonies on Mars. I'm making preparations for you and some of your team to join me. You know I will need protection at every step of the way. Really, I need more than protection. I need someone of your caliber I can trust, especially on the outer planets. I will make you and yours rich and powerful if you agree to this partnership. Okay, well, what about what happens to the Daedalus Bloc? The block was started as a shield, a way to protect our voting rights and our families. The Daedalus Bloc has become a death trap. Too many have died in it. The best thing we can do is free them now. You'll break up the block? Once the block is destroyed, Ventago would have to go after individual shareholders. They'll be worth nothing compared to the block's forced majority vote. You'd never answer the question, do you? Yeah. Yep. She's been shady the whole time. Don't worry about it. Well, we're ready. Tell us when it's time to cast your vote. Excellent. I will need you and your crew. It is a time of patience and preparation. Big changes are coming. Within 2 to 3 weeks, Paige will return with the critical mission to pull off the final Daedalus Bloc heist. While we must keep ourselves busy or occupied, we'll need to also stay prepared as the heist. She will give us a 1-week warning, and then it'll be on a 24-hour timeline. All right. And it looks like this is going to be the last one. And she's saying, yeah, we're going to finish the mission and immediately go onto a space station, or to Mars, rather. So we're going to go ahead and skip more weeks of stuff. I can do final cyberware if I want. I'm not quite full here, so, you know, if I'm looking for better arms or, like... Actually, what I can go for is these bone grafts are pretty solid. They're not terribly expensive. They come with a decent amount of value here. 10 health and 3 strength is pretty nice overall. And it's only 7 days for him. It's gonna be in 2 to 3 weeks, and I get a 1-week warning, right? So I can do a lot of stuff in short order. Also, this guy has 7 beds open, so we should be okay to get a lot of this running and put in just a little bit of durability on my team. I'm not really gonna grab much else here. So you, I need to make sure that you're in a good spot with everything here. So, for example, if I want to replace the Matrix Link with Matrix Link 2, it's not that much better, but I'm not doing anything else with my time, so let's have Dr. Ash grab this and make you a little bit stronger because you're running the missions. My Agent EX Soldier has room for this as well. We've got a chest slot here where we can go into the spine and grab chipped reflexes for a bit of move speed. That's really expensive, though. I might not want that. Nothing else I really care about that much. This is, of course, my brain slot already being held. Kinetic protection is kind of nice. Don't need the lungs very much here. Don't really need the healing and whatnot. As for the legs, I've already got recoil control, so I might go synth muscle. Basically just getting some stats for a bit of money. I don't have money to buy it, though. I'm not going to bother. We're going to play time forward. We're going to go for the big mission itself. We're going to skip by everybody. None of these guys matter. Influence limit break for you. Power play for Herr Schweinchen. Good for you. You're on a power play. Not that you matter. Underworld Hub is up and level 5. I can put in cooling, not that I need it, to go to level 6. We've got a lot of, full tokens. Hardened target, don't care. Legwork, sure. Who's going to go? We'll send Void, why not? You seem good enough at it. We get legwork chance stops at 30%. That's fine, you're going to do pretty well at that. I don't care that Joe's going to gain stuff. I don't care about that either. Mater's Link 2. Okay. The amendments and arguments to my proposal are winding down. The final vote is coming. Be ready. She has a timeline event. When it expires, the final Daedalus Bloc mission will be added. This mission is a 24-hour timeline. We must be sure we are prepared to act within that window. Alright, well, my team's ready to go, right? Here's my core squad. We're bringing these guys yet again. Actually, for fun, I'm going to bring AIM, because I haven't brought her in a while, and she's got all the cyberware here, so she's going to be part of the core crew. And so I'm going to drop the Gunslinger, and I'm going to run the EX, so I have some tools. I only have basic line crawl, but it's good enough. You've at least got +1 on packet loss, and yeah, we're gonna park you. You're gonna be minus sniper rifle. We're gonna be plus you, so I'm gonna have you unequip all your stuff because you're not going. We're gonna have my cyber sword go. I can run this and it's fine. I block all the things as I mentioned. I cancel 48%. I have minus 37. As for the best things that I have, VCAPs are some move speed, which seems fine. I think the stim kit also seems pretty good here. It's only for a couple of turns, but it is 2 AP and 1 move point for this and next turn. It's pretty nice overall. I think we'll go stim kit, and then I'm still going to grab smoke to be safe, because smoke makes me quite safe. Oh, someone's got the bat, right? Someone's holding onto the bat. Yeah, okay, you're going to switch this out for the big revolver. You've got, yep, railgun. Actually, I'm going to give you sniper rifle. It's better overall. Okay, my hacker has sniper revolver. Seems good. My Cyber Knight has this going on. Pistol and SMG, whatever accuracy seems okay. You also have pistol SMG accuracy, which is what I want. And then you're not going. In fact, and you have, yeah, you're not on a deck. That's fine. So you are going to need, I think I might just go 2 bats here, I think, realistically. Doomhammer in one hand and Songblade in the other. Seems good. I think this one does more damage, but who cares? This is my team. Alright, this will be the team for the final retirement mission. Looks good as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I think this is the squad. Actually, do I want to change anything else out? This is suppressed, that's what I want. This is suppressed, or sorry, this one's loud, this one's suppressed, that's what I want. Okay, this all looks good. This is the team. And, okay, that means it's time. The final objections and structural votes are almost done. It's time to prepare for the final drop. The amendments and arguments to my proposal are winding down. The final vote is coming. When the timeline event expires... Oh, I see. So we have to actually let time go forward. We actually can't get it early. Okay, that's fine with me. There's no one here to really detox. FSC agent's going to be exposed. I don't care. Legwork. Here, let's boost the chance. Great. Now it's 100%. He did it. Good for you. Assassinated VIP. Good for you. Here we go. The time has arrived, Viking. It's all going down tonight, one way or another. You've had my back through it all. I know you can carry this to the end. But this time, your life is on the line. You've risked your life so many times already, now it's my turn. The proposal is in its final hours of voting. As it stands, it will fail. Vintago thinks they have won, but they don't expect us to land on a TNS rooftop and me to drop over 200,000 votes on the scale. 200,000, that's 28% of the total Daedalus Bloc to be exact. I have spent years secretly accumulating shares, but you've been the accelerator. They won't see this coming at all. No, but they will be swift to react. We should expect they will have heavy hitters in the building before my work is done. Everything now rests on Paige, keeping Paige alive through the final voting process and up to extraction. The fighting in the final stage of the job will be heavy. To be sure, we're ready to protect Paige to the end. Meteoric Hotdrop, ready to be planned at the Command HQ. Once the voting is done, it's time for us all to get off world, or once it's done, you need to get off quickly. Now, we're going to retire here. We're going to retire. Once the voting is done, it'll be time for us to get off world. Excellent. I have made the preparations for our ascent into space. I will go first, and you will follow after. If we agree to join Paige, we have time to wrap up our affairs. The shuttle will wait up to 30 days, and then we can retire. Retirement will always be a choice. We can return to the streets and keep heisting. Meteoric Hotdrop is ready to be planned. It's time to use a bunch of tokens here. So, field coordination. XP is not useful. Let's go ahead and grab what we can. So, passive leverage for points. Let's grab active leverage for points. Let's grab, I don't care about this really at all. We can disable security devices. We can block escalation. That seems pretty good as well. Do I care about what's in the loot boxes? No. That said, there's nothing else to really gain here. I mean, I could get use of this theoretically. I mean, probably not, but you never know. Is there any hacking involved? Not at all. Okay, that means actually we're gonna repark the hacker. Apologies for that one, but I was wrong. So Meteoric Hotdrop, need the Cybernite, 5 million in case we're going to use it at all. We can unplug cameras for fun. I mean, I might as well. Here you go, Kirsa, help me out. Cancels reinforcement deployment. I mean, sure, that seems reasonable enough. We should grab that. It's gonna cost us a favor. He owes us 4, she owes us only 1. Okay, we'll get it from Dusty. Great. Headhunters will not arrive during the job, so it doesn't matter. We have 2 lanes here. We get 5 mercs. I didn't even realize that, actually. Okay, Cybernite has to go. Let's see. I wanted to grab AIM. I wanted to grab Tractor. Let's see. Who else do I want to grab here? Well, I'm not running the hacker, so let's see. Let's go grab a shotgunner. So we'll grab a Scourge, and then we're going to grab someone who's actually going to use a sniper rifle, which incidentally will actually be a Nightstorm after all. I'll need a little bit to get all my stuff ready, but we should be all right. I'm going to be doubled up in one of my secondaries here because we have only so many options we can actually grab here. So let's see. Let's sort by gear. We're already sorting by gear. Great. You're going to park these because you're not actually going. Let me find my gunslinger. Here's you. Here is your sniper rifle. Here is your revolver. You're going to go ahead and run. None of these really matter too much. You're going to be towards the back. You should be relatively safe. We'll just give you this one. It should be fine. You can run a stim kit and a smoke because that seems fine. That should be reasonable. So you're okay. This guy needs... No, my shotgunner needs to get a shotgun. Here's the heavy Koso with stuff on it. I need an SMG for you as a secondary, but I don't have any spares, so I guess here, we'll give you this extra melee blade, which is not amazing, but it is what it is. You can grab some kinetic damage off of that, and a little bit of accuracy off that. That seems reasonable enough. I believe I should have a close quarters... Yep, here we go. Melee and shotgun. Perfect. It lines up perfectly. Here you go. That's going to be you. That looks fine. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's the team. This looks pretty good. I think this is the squad. They are ready to go. I have nothing else to really grab here. It's time to do the final mission of the game, Meteoric Hotdrop. Here we are, touchdown at last. Never had a chance to see you at work. Impress me. We got to get all the way over here. That should be fine, though. We have a ton of leverage. There's no way our sudden arrival isn't going to set off the wrong kind of alarm bells. With the final vote hanging in the balance, Ventago will be swift to react if they know I am here. Let's get off the rooftop as fast as we can. We can reach sec level 3 while we're still on the rooftop, or still on there on turn 6. We should expect more trouble. We could opt for doing that, but I'm cool with whatever. So we don't know where everybody is. We only look out to 40 meters. But I'm pretty sure we're going to start things out by looking for big damage, looking to AoE some people. We don't quite make it out in the first turn, by the way. I don't run fast enough. I do have extra leverage, though. I could do things like buffing move points, disabling a bunch of devices. We can lower all this kind of stuff there. We can. A lot of these are going to be active for a future turn. I am considering turning off cameras, but for now it's okay. I'm going to take a few steps forward and figure out where the guards actually are and see if I can get more info about the map. There's a guard there. I'm actually very tempted as well to go for optional loot. Because even though I don't need the loot, it's more like because I can kind of thing. So if I shoot here, I hit 3 guards. That seems pretty worthwhile. Kills look likely. Kills, in fact, happened. Great. That is stuff on my team. And, oh, I ran into a bug. I can't move the camera. That's a problem. Okay, so some talent popped, and I'm frozen. I'm going to have to Alt F4 and restart the turn. I will see you shortly. Alrighty, we are back. Apologies for that. We'll skip the dialogue here. Unfortunately, I got into a weird state where, yeah, there's a bug that actually they already know about. They've actually said they're... that it's actually fixed in, I think, their next build, but we're not on the next build, unfortunately, yet, so ran into a pretty unfortunate bug, but we'll try to sort it out. Let's try to change things around. Let's go, like, I don't know, pistol shooting. Let's see if that gets us in a decent spot. So we get a basic crit. That should be fine. Second shot kills. That'll trigger steamroll. And cool. Now we're good. Okay, so we got an okay spot there. We're fine. We're able to move around. This should prevent anything else from happening now. We should be okay. The bug was around trying to apply too many buffs at once, is my understanding of it. And so, because our first attack was steamroll and downer, it seemed like it got into a weird state. I'm not sure why that was, but it's okay. We're moving forward now. Let's go ahead and I still want to greed for all the loot, but it's really silly to do so. Like, there's not actually a reason to do it. The thing I really care about is this guard actually dying. Need to get rid of him. We just kind of run up. Obviously, we have a lot of damage. We have a ton of action points to start, so we just sort of get to Alpha Strike. That's going to be in range. Let's use Iron Grip and Aim Lock to make it clean. Oops, I screwed up. I hit spacebar when I needed to shoot AoE, so that was mistakes made. So I didn't get more than 1 kill. Whoops. Yeah, obviously he dies. And then if I go here, I can at least turn off this. No, I'm going to use my first leverage. No, I don't care. I'm going to try to... Actually, I'm going to try to escalate for the content and see if it'll actually spawn me more enemies. And the next phase might be more difficult. I'm down to see what happens here. Because I actually don't know for sure what happens here. So I'm just going to, like, greed for all the loot. I'll let plenty of guards see me. We get quite a lot of stuff here. We get a couple things we can use, and then, yeah, you're just going to run out like that. That's fine. We're winning on initiative. I'm not worried about, you know, getting run down here. You can trigger vector, and I'm going to have you run towards this side. Let's start by standing there and seeing what we see. Okay, this all seems very reasonable. Let's start shooting people. That kill looks good. Down you go. You're basically guaranteed a kill. I'll skill shot this. I'd likely get it. Oh, I low rolled, didn't I? No, he's dead. Okay, good. Alright, well that means I can grab some loot right here. Let's turn off snapping. Go there. That seems fine. I still want to run. Yep, okay, so we woke up and found a corpse. More stuff here. Seems decent enough. And then let's just run you into the camera so that we can get more tally. Great. There's me. What's up, Paige? What you got? A little crappy SMG. Sounds about right. Let's actually delay. I want AIM to go to have some fun herself. Oh yeah, I had coordinated charge earlier. Didn't use that. Not that it really matters. We're clearly powerful enough to just kill whoever we want, but I'm going to run you up here and see what you can get for us. If you go right there, you're going to be in attack range. That's good. Off you go across the map at functionally Mach 3. Trigger a camera. Is what it is. He hears me, you think. And whack. Down you go. Camera finds a dead body. Uh-huh. I think him seeing me is fine. I don't actually care if that happens. I guess I could... Yeah, here. Spot me. Be angsty. Be sad that you know I'm here. Here. There you go. Here's some tally. Alright. Let's have Tractor run up to this camera. That's fine. Let's have Paige grab some loot. You're going to run over here and get this for me. Right there should be reasonable. Seems good. And then you can run to this camera as well to generate more tally. Seems good. And yeah, I'll try to get to sec level 3 or wait 6 turns, whichever comes first. Because why not? Let's see what happens. It's for the content. And if I lose the game, it's my fault. That's what Iron Man saves are for. Just, you know, getting penalized. That's what it's for. Looks like we got, what, shorter body timers? Yep, so we're going to get a lot more tally from this, which means sec level 3 is just about guaranteed, in fact. Aim is going too late to be super useful, so we got to sort this out. Go hide. 100k cred chip, another nice little armor there. That's supposed to be just in range to shoot the gun, so let's do that. Killing you. Yep, down you go. That's fine. We're going to generate tally other places by running through cameras. Just got to go to 24, and we're sec level 3. Let's run the team toward the exit. We've gotten just about all the boxes. Put you here. Great. We are not going to end or exit on this turn, so we're going to go get sec level 3. A lot of that armor. It's fine. Let's put the team all up here. And then we'll just kind of end the turn, run everyone towards the location, and we should be all right here. Yeah. Couldn't get everyone. That's kind of intended. Generating some tally, going sec level 3. Doesn't matter what the escalation is. We're going to look for something interesting in the second phase. That'll be the goal. Don't need to reload. That's all going to happen for me when I switch phases. Let everyone end their turn, run by all the cameras, and we are clearly escalating to sec level 3. Should not be a problem at all. Escalation is reinforcements. We're not going to bother fighting them because we've already got what we came for, which was just getting to that level. And what do we got here? We knew we didn't have long up here. Mercs. We've got to pick up the pace. We've got new party crashers hitting the deck. The target is Paige. They will home in on her unerringly. We need to move. Okay, cool. So we get functionally a squad of headhunters. They are regular guards for the most part, though. Yeah, they're VIP hunters. Yeah, you get a swordsman, a captain, and a suppressant. That's fine. Not worried about that. Our whole team has better initiative, so I'm not going to worry about that really at all. We're going to run to the exit, and I don't see how we wouldn't all get out. There's no way you're going to be that slow. So tractor is up, and yep, totally fine here. All right, we're looking pretty good. Paige can get out. Edge can clearly make it here, and that should be the entire team. All right. Phase 1 complete. Honestly, that's a pretty small map. It's easy to bulldoze. Not too worried about it. We'll be on the same floor as the terminal soon. Need to complete a whole series of votes. You've got to buy me time. We'll need to reach and hold the central terminal room while Paige completes her work. We can do that. 6 people. Jeez. All right, let's attempt the next stage. Let's see what we can get. There it is. The terminal that holds the keys to our future. Right there. Dropping deep into the building on that elevator has bought you some breathing room. If you can keep your head down as you make it for the terminal, do it. No, we can't go slow now. The timing is too tight. I have to get there to cast my votes before the window ends. She must reach there before the end of the 6th turn. Once I reach the TNS direct line, I will need time to execute my votes. How many separate votes are we talking about? First, I will finish the smart contract changes and inject the bug that we coded in. Then, things are going to get exciting. Once we've reached the terminal quickly enough, Paige will need to access the TNS terminal once a turn for 6 turns. She can move away from the terminal, and the turns do not need to be back-to-back, but she can only reduce the turn count by accessing the terminal itself. Then, it'll be time to find your extract. Alright. So, must get there by the end of turn 6, that's fine. There's one guard right there, we have no idea what else is going on. We have at least one set of laser wires to cut down to make sure our space is gonna work. That seems reasonable enough to me. Let's open up with the pistol. I would like to get stealth crits and buff my team. Although if I one-shot, I'm curious if I'll get the bug again. Let's find out. Okay, it wasn't a crit, so we should be fine. Probably anyway. Although if I crit and he dies, we'll see what happens. Okay. We get the buffs. Downer, steamroll, and we're fine. Okay. Well, good enough. We get to move forward. Let's turn off snapping, and that should get me onto the box, no problem. Find another couple of basic guards here. We got another good pistol. We get some good money. Another grip. That seems all reasonable. I can just lurch you forward. It's totally fine. We get a bunch of points as mentioned earlier. I will use my leverage, by the way. Not the camera one, but I'm actually... Wow, should I use the move point one? I probably should, right? This is a good time for the move point buff. Let's pop this now. And then I think, actually, with how much I'm moving around the map, I'm going to hit the move detection right now. I mean, it's also like for the entire time of forever. And then turn off all level 1 security devices. Also seems pretty good for this point in time. We're going to run past a lot of stuff eventually. And like the camera's going to see corpses, things like that. So let's turn off all the devices. We'll skip the preview. And that should give me a lot of space to work with. We've still got cancel reinforcements. We've got another camera disable, and we can block an escalation as well. At some other point in time, no rush right now. Alrighty, so I would like to get multiple guards in the... Oh yeah, and they don't hear footsteps very easily because of the leverage. So I'm tempted to go here and shoot them with the SMG. That seems decent enough for now. Actually, before I also want aim to get a good set of shots here. So one thing I might actually do is if I go here, I should be able to get both of these guys. And then I will, and it's still quiet, they don't hear it. I will use aim to slice these guys up afterwards. This should be decent though. I can get these two guys. It's actually wild how good high quality suppressors are because this thing is making no noise at all. Noise radius is 2. That's wild. But yeah, SMGs don't really get that loud, so... Okay, we're chilling. This is going to be the first attack. If we crit, he's actually dead. We didn't. It's fine. That triggers aim lock, which means this is going to look pretty good. My recoil is only 4. Thanks to Iron Grip for the most part. We get 1 move point. He found a corpse. He's a little angsty. He still can't hear me, though, for the most part. I would like to get onto this terminal, if at all possible. I don't want to get hurt if I can help it. I think I'm going to run... So here's the thing, right? I can't delay because I have no real action points left. I only have move points. So if I want to walk forward at all, we're going to turn this guy. But it would be nice... Yeah, I guess there's no way to actually walk in fully quietly. I just don't care. I'm just going to walk in like this. He's going to see me. It is what it is. The evasion debuff isn't great, but it's not the end of the world. You're going to start cleaning up bodies. So I'm going to have you... Actually, I'm going to delay until aim can go. Because she's next up. Alright, I've got coordinated charge, because I always do. It's been a while since I ran around my team. That's kind of part of why. But I'm going to run you to right here. And that is going to be a pretty good first attack. That seems good to me. I'm cool with this being the first strike. She can maybe clean this one up as well. Depends how Choppa goes. And if I can one hit or not. But we're going to try. In fact, I could slash slide, and if I get lucky, he's dead anyway. In fact, it's very likely that slash slide kills. Let me see. How's that one versus how's this one? Is it... Okay, actual expected damage difference is worse on these low armor enemies. So let's slash slide. And see if that gives me both. First one is a kill. Second one, we don't get the camera to move. It looks like he didn't die. Glancing hit, but he's alert, and he is going to die now. There's 2 guards down. Great. I think playing for these guys is going to be reasonable. We can grab that as needed on a future turn. You can go run over there and do what you can. I'm likely not in range to grab the loot here just yet. I am not. That's fine, though. We can kill these guys later. It should be reasonable with slash slide and whatever else. So you're done. Let's see. Edge, I want to have him clean up some corpses. Not that I really have to, but I want to. So we're going to start here. Let's see. Dissolve's range is quite good, so I should actually be as efficient as possible. So if I go there, I am still cleanly in Dissolve range, and I'm going in as straight of a line as I can. That seems reasonable. So let's get rid of 1 corpse. Great. Let's see. We've got several corpses here that I kind of want to get rid of. I got this guy way over here that I'd like to kill. It's going to be a little bit tougher. I get 1 strike. I'm not guaranteed to kill, but, like, do I care that I'm not guaranteed to kill? I'm going first. Yeah, he's very unlikely to die is the only major problem. I'm not sure I care that he's not going to be killed with this attack. What's correct for me? I'm trying to think. I feel like going for the Zolls is better, but nah, YOLO. We're just going to run up here. I'm going to win on initiative. I don't care. We're just going to go strike and see what happens. It's just fun when you have a million action points. Hello, you can see me. Yeah, this is very unlikely to kill. I would need to... Wow, I crit and almost rolled high enough to get him. That was close. If I wanted, I could Brainworm and slow him down, but I'd rather get the tally and save Brainworm for the supposed impending reinforcements. I'm going to yield and see if Paige can make it all this turn. She totally can. So I'm going to not go ahead and use Go, Go, Go because she's already in range to use the terminal, so let's just press the button. I've waited years for this moment. First access. The timing is perfect. We were here just at the right minute. The voting is closing. My proposal is about to be rejected, except let me just dump 200,000 votes on here. How long is it going to take? We've got incoming. The vote is closing. The crypto chain is being updated with the new governance code. It will be live very soon. What now? What does the bug we injected into the smart contract let you do, Paige? It's a trivial queue overflow exploit, but it allows me to force very specific nonsense data into the deadline for a new amendment. And when you overflow the deadline field with your special trash can data, what do you get? The deadline flips to 1 second. We're about to make some amendments to the Daedalus Bloc governance, and the shareholders will have only a second for the usual objections and adjustments, allowed delays and structural votes. What usually takes weeks will open and close in 6 seconds. At the start of the next turn, the Trappian & Sons terminal will be ready for Paige to amend the block's governance. That's a pretty big deal. Can I... No, there's no way I can get in range to kill anybody. I'm going to stand you here, which is in hard cover. That'll be you. And then... Yeah, let's try to knock some of these guys out, because it seems pretty reasonable. We'll start with Trigger Vector. Let me double check some of the range stuff going on. So, again, min range of 9, that's fine. Min range of 22 in the Sniper Rifle is much harder to use. I'm going to greed for the loot first. It's probably not actually correct, but I don't care. I'm going first next turn, so what's it going to matter? I have a feeling, actually, that if I overflow a level... So the fact that I started this level on Sec Level 2 means that I think it was actually not tracking my Sec level, but the number of escalations. And we only ever got 2 escalations, and so we came in at Sec Level 2. I could be wrong about that one. I truly don't know. I haven't, like, really tested this, but I get a sense that actually might be what's happening. So if I'm here... Actually, I'd rather have more action points. So if I'm going to go here, this shot should be pretty playable. And then I'm in a good enough shot for this Sniper Rifle to work as well. So, Revolver Shot here is going to land every time. And then you're... Actually, since you're already a surprise target, I'd actually rather shoot you while you're surprised. And then switch. 100% chance to hit. And it's almost a guaranteed kill. So I'm going to go Skull Shot here so I get the action points back. We actually low rolled as bad as we pretty much could have, which sucks a bit. 82 to hit, 92 to hit. Doesn't really matter. Not really. We beat them on initiative no matter what happens, so... Darn. That's really, really unfortunate. I guess we'll just take... The thing is, I could have gone Revolver Shot here with Skull Shot, guaranteed the 3 action points and kept moving forward, but I wanted to be greedy, and I got punished for it. Now, if I use Nano Stim Kit, I spend 2 to get 2 back. That doesn't help me any, so we'll just take this shot. You're dead. This guy's going to report gunfire. Overall 9... Oh, he's already in combat, so I guess there's no new reports for him. Alright, this is turn 1 complete, and it was pretty successful. Report of dangerous intruders. You don't say. Dispatching some guards to intercept. I guess only 1, actually, because everything else was already caught. And what do we have here? Our target is Paige DeVale. We put her down like the traitor she is. And there's a Cyber Knight playing bodyguard. Sorry, wow. Take him out, too. We'll clean up the rest after we splatter those 2 on the walls. Okay, well, here they are. We've got a Firecom, we've got a Divergent, and we've got a pretty beefy, yes, that is 95% armor, a Sentinel exec with an Assault Rifle. Yep. Gotta find a way to deal with that. The nice thing is, we can. I have aim lock on. I've got a bunch of pure damage on my SMG. We're gonna shoot some people. It's 2 bullets each. It's gonna be decent. Let's go. Crit and a shred. Wow, that is huge. So we crit already for about 1/3 of his health. My recoil, again, is pretty clearly under control. We get to go again. We shred again. I mean, again, our shred chance is really, really high. If we look at the, right, the weapon has a shred chance of 25. Aim lock adds, what, 40 shred as well. So 65 shred, and we're, you know, rolling multiple times per strike. Yeah, that's going to work. So we are guaranteed a glancing hit to kill the Divergent. Or we can aim here and have very high accuracy and still likely clean up in the end. Caltraxia here doesn't seem worth it. I'm thinking shooting the exec is it's probably worthwhile. I mean, still very, very tanky. I'm doing massive pure damage per hit here. We've shredded 3 protection points, and they still have 73 armor. This is a tanky person. Let's go spend move points. I think standing here is fine. I kind of want to be somewhere central, to be honest, overall. I also want to make sure I'm not getting shot by people. So I'm going to stand here, which means to shoot out, I have to step out from cover, so I can't actually be hit normally. That should be a good enough spot to stand, and I've still got plenty of ammo because I've still got charge of extra automatic. Not having to reload is really good for the opening salvo being good. Alright, you're going to come in and take a swipe. I could dissolve a body, because why not? Body wasn't found, so let's dissolve you. Not that I need to really block tally, but whatever. Tells me I have a strike here, so you're going to go down. Down you go. Let's dissolve you for good measure. Let's grab this loot box because, you know, we got to take our loot with us to Mars. We get a little armor. Let's hide you behind the wall to make sure you're safe. These guys are not scary just yet. In fact, there's only one report, and it's you, so I'm really not worried too much. We are running eventually out of people to attack with, but for now we're okay. So I'm going to go right here. That puts me in range of both of them. That should give me pretty good shots to shoot. Here you go. Full auto. This should look pretty good. Yep, down they go. Good start. No more targets for the attack. Is aim going to be safe? Let's see. Well, I can do a delay for now, and it's going to be alright. Where does Night Song want to go? I keep saying Night Song, it's not. It's Night Storm. I'm just very Baldur's Gate pilled. If I put you here, you're still not in range to shoot anybody, but that's fine. Great. Yep. I'm not in there for long enough for it to matter. Up we go. We get a nice little scope, and there's not much else for us to do while we're here. I'm going to do another delay. Let's have Paige go for the second hit here. So let's walk up to the terminal. Alright, what's the second one? So you're about to start changing the governance so fast no one can respond. What's the play now? We use Ventago's bio-verification rule changed against them. They created the new governance rule. Any share that goes without bio-verification for 5 years is automatically transferred into a pool for a yearly auction to the highest bidder within the block. I will rewrite the governance to state that I am the sole shareholder allowed to bid for those shares. Proposed. No objections. No adjustments. No restructuring. The crypto chain is being updated with a new governance code. It will be live very soon. When the shares go up for auction, there will be no bidding war for them. You're really here to break up the Daedalus Bloc? At the start of the next turn, the TNS terminal will be ready for Paige to amend the governance further. Cool. We'll delay you for now to make sure we can go track the rest of these guards. I'm going to yield so that aim can go first. Goal here is going to be, yeah, get to this range, which should work. Right, if I'm right here, you're within 10 meters. That gives me the ability to use slash slide effectively. You heard me. I don't care. I'm going to debuff you. Let's slash slide right here. That should work. Actually, I'm going to go past him. That way I can slash slide. No, I can't slash slide back, actually. It's not possible. Still, though, I think this is fine. We get the hit. We get that hit. Down he goes. Thank you very much. I get Choppa. I get to grab this loot box with only 1 action point. Nice. We get a whole bunch of fun stuff here. Itemized and ready to go. Crafting not needed. We'll put you back out here, which seems fine. Tally's disabled, as we're no longer getting basic guards. We're only ever getting the supposed Ventago agents. We get a nice E-rifle here. We get a blueprint for an E-rifle. This is a blueprint for a railgun. Some crafting mods. Wonderful stuff here. Let's move you up that way. It seems reasonable. The Viking's kind of happy where he is. We'll put you somewhere central so that you can shoot whichever guards start showing up. Let's put you somewhere like that. That seems fine. I have 1 AP. Let's go ahead and reload the pistol as well. Seems good. And you're going to be here, and I'm going to put you somewhere like that, which seems reasonable. That seems fine. Cool. All right. Well, Paige has already done what she could this turn. Yeah. Vote still clearing the system. Must wait to push another vote. Okay. So we'll just leave her here. Okay. Onto turn 3 rather. Nothing else to look for. So we'll hit a couple of delays. Turn 3. Here we go. Any share that goes without bifurcation for 5 years is automatically transferred into a pool for a yearly auction where I am the sole bidder. Let me rewrite that so that those shares are automatically transferred to an auction after 1 second instead of the annual timeline. Proposed? No one objects. Too bad. Adjustments, restructuring, none. Crypto chain being updated with a new governance code. Be live very soon. Any share that lacks bifurcation for 5 years will go to auction instantly. We are not here to unbind the Daedalus block. Start of the next turn, the TNS terminal will be ready for Paige to amend the block's governance further. Oh, you're done. You're done. Let's have you reload because we can. I think you're fine standing here, though. So reload the sniper rifle. Let's put you somewhere central as well. Okay, that for now seems fine. Edge is fine where he is as well. Aim is... I think she's fine there. It's not the best spot to be. Now, let's put her... Entrance here, entrance here, entrance here, entrance here. I should be at least by one of these. Let's put you by this door, in case this is where they come in from. It seems fine to me. We shall keep Paige alive. Things turn on. Here we go. Looks like new enemies are en route. This crazy monster is trying to take the entire Daedalus block apart. Paige, I'm broadcast as you can hear me. Stop now and we will grant you clemency. Ha! You're too slow, my bootlicking Ventago friend. Okay, so we are back. I want to probably turn off cameras, I guess? No, we don't care about tally literally at all. Only thing that matter here are the laser wires. So, I don't have Tactical Surge up. I do want to walk... I mean, 20 damage doesn't matter. I have enough health to not take stress, so I'm just going to run up like this, and it's gonna just be like this. Here we go. I'm right here. A little bit of damage, not the end of the world. We've got, again, another Sentinel exec, a Shotgunner, and another Divergent. Here we go. We'll do what we can to shred. It's not going to be a lot. It's going to take a bit. We get a crit. We shred a little bit of damage. We shred you. That's nice. We downer them. We're good to go. I have 1 move point. That's going to move me into cover. Nothing else to really do here. Great. Let's kind of share the wealth a bit. Let's have Edge have some fun. So you've got a big shotgun. And that's going to put you in range, no problem. Check some stats real quick. Yep, accurate at 13 meters. Shred chance of 70 is okay, but not the best you've ever seen. I could have run with a shred shotgun, but I don't have one right now. And so what I'm going to start with is actually... Oh, also their initiative rolls are so low now that any further lowering would make him end his turn. But I'm going to go here. I'm just going to start shooting with a shotgun. Try to shred their armor every single time. First shot shreds. Nice 300 damage crit. Right, second shot goes in. No shredder crit this time. Now, do I want to make sure I'm safe and go for Dervotox Shell? I mean, I guess I should, right? It just guarantees everything goes well. And we can't get brought down. We shred him again. These guys are now stunned for several turns. Your armor is down to 61. That seems pretty good. Paige, go ahead. Keep it going. Any share that goes without bifurcation for 5 years is instantly transferred to an auction where I am the sole bidder. The new governance will state that any share that I hold is exempt from these bio-verification governance laws. Proposed, so fast, so smooth, tick, tick, tick. The crypto chain is being updated with the new governance code. It'll be live very soon. My restricted stock alone is exempt from all bio-verification governance rules. This is a hostile takeover of the Daedalus block. Start of the next turn, the TNS terminal, be ready for Paige to amend the governance. Let's put you back into hard cover to make sure that you're going to be safe, even though they're all stunned. And so he wants to do the honors. You're far away, so it's not going to be you. Basically, it's, yeah, Nightstorm and me. Okay, Tractor, all you. Let's see, do I want to start the aimlock streak right now? I guess I should, right? Although I kind of want to save charges of extra automatic. So what if I just Iron Gripped and didn't aimlock until a future turn? That might be correct in terms of saving some things. Wow, 600 damage crit, and he's gonna die in a second, but it's like he's still not dead. That's wild. But yeah, it turns out we're just too powerful, right? And even without all the highest level guns, we have lots of talents that are powerful, and so we're kind of doing okay here. You're fine. You can end your turn. You can end your turn. It's time for turn 5. What do we got? Another group. All right, cool. This is our final chance. Storm the terminal room. Paige must die and take the Cyber Knight out. I would like to not die. And actually, you know, now that I don't have Nervotox Shell up with a second charge, it's going to get a little bit tougher. I can Brainworm, which is nice, but this is no longer really free. So Viking will Tactical Surge. You know what? I'm tempted to rewind Nightstorm to guarantee that nothing ever goes wrong. Not Nightstorm. Edge. I'm going to attempt to not need it, though. I'm going to try to do that as late as possible. So we're going to start by trying to shred armor and then get the rest of it going. So I'm going to yield to Tractor. Tractor's going to run out, and looks like right here is going to be in range of everybody. That seems fine. A little bit of damage, but it's not the end of the world. I'm going to Iron Grip. I'm going to Aim Lock, and I'm going to aim here with the small SMG, because I actually want more bullets to hit, because that's going to be more total shred chance. Although, actually, my first aim lock shot should be on this one, because this is without the aim lock bonuses. So this is like 2 bullets per person. Good damage overall. We will start the aim lock streak with this. And actually, I just realized I'm only getting 1 hit now, because I only have 2 action points. So I have nothing better except this attack. So because I am a little bit tapped on action points, this is all I've really got. It's too late for Caltraxia, realistically. We get some damage, but we're not shredding, which is kind of unfortunate. So he's still really heavily armored. I'm going to go hide behind cover. If I do a delay, I'm going to 15, which means my team can still fight. Let's have Nightstorm do what she can. She has Trigger Vector up. Let's put you somewhere reasonable. Let's see. I could Nano Stim Kit, but I don't think I need to. I don't need the action points right now. I'm going to go here, which gives me line of sight. And I have some pure damage, but not a ton. I would love to shred your Armor War. Let me yield to Edge and have him... Let's see, what can you actually do? Yeah, if you go here, you can go for Power Slice and guarantee shred 1 protection point. And the weapon itself has 45 shred chance, so I have a chance of getting 2. I get a shotgun instead. That would actually arguably be stronger overall, but this is more interesting. So I'm going to do it this way instead. And so we look for a Power Slice. We'll see if we get lucky and we get 2 or not. Debuff with Armor Cutter, so that's going to cut 1. There, you're down to 2 points now. With my 1 remaining AP, I could Tox Cloud. It's not going to be the sickest, but it's basically going to lower initiative by 2. Oh, I actually can't aim it any short. That's kind of funny. Or not easily. I can aim it like... Okay, I'm going to aim it like that. There. That's a little bit of crit vulnerability, which will help me get a bit more done. I'm choosing to, like, not Brainworm here. I'm going to Brainworm in case I'm, like, really stupid here, but I'm likely going to try to just kill him outright, and it won't matter. But it's there in case something goes really wrong. It shouldn't, but who knows. Paige, it's your turn again. Any share, except those which I hold, requires verification every 5 years, or it is instantly transferred to an auction where I am the sole bidder. I will propose new governance to require verification every second to avoid shares being instantly transferred to the auction floor. I'm sure it will get a fair vote. Proposal sent. Some objections. There are shareholders trying, but the timelines are just too short. I voted your objections down. Now, adjustments, restructuring, all too fast. The crypto chain is being updated with the new governance code. Every share in the Daedalus Bloc is about to end up in your auction. Only one last thing to do. There is no one to bid among them, so I will buy them for 1 cent. At the start of the turn, the TNS turn will be ready for Paige to purchase all the restricted stock in the Daedalus Bloc. Let's put you back into cover. You're done. I could have maybe had her come help fight, but it doesn't really matter. I could delay and have Viking go for shred. That's probably correct, actually. Let's have that optimization as well for funsies. I just kind of want her to get sniper rifle kills because they're fun. Trigger some lasers. I don't really care. This should look decent. I have a good chance at shredding. We shred 1. We shred 2. We pop Downer for some more fun. Okay. We actually lowered his initiative enough that he's done. This turn is already over for him. He can't fight. This guy's at 4. If I wanted to interfere and spike, I could have him end his turn 2. In fact, for fun, I'll do it even though it means nothing. I'm going to walk up here, and hey, you know this guy who is, like, maybe scary? Yeah, your turn's over. And even next turn, your initiative is 2, so if I can debuff you again with, say, like, look ahead on a future turn, yep, you'll end that turn as well. Anyway, you're done. I'll keep you delaying, and then it's time for you to have some fun. So, 1 armor point, and you have none. Let's go ahead and ricochet off of that. Great. Ricochet 1, go. Critical strike, 871. Ricochet 2, not that I need it, but it's fun. Off the door. Good job, we're very skilled. I'm proud of you. How much health do you have? Enough to run to the middle, that seems fine with me. Put you here. Sounds good. Alright, aim is still chilling. We'll have you end your turn. You tried. You didn't need to do anything. It is time for turn 6. Delay, delay, delay. Paige, would you like to hijack a large portion of the entire company? Are you sure you want to do this, Paige? It is far too late to ask that question. The dice have been cast. You can't reel them back in. I am purchasing the shares now. The auction pool is over 700,000 restricted shares. For under 1,000 UDAs, it's a steal. The Daedalus Bloc is yours. And hundreds of shareholders are holding empty bags. They're about to discover they aren't even Jupiter citizens anymore. May all those fools rot in the soup. It is done. The Daedalus Bloc stands, but I now own every single share. Get me the hell out of here. We need to get off-world as fast as we can. We've played Ventago, and they will be coming for blood. Got you an exit, and it's close. Let's see, do we have... No, we don't have Tactical Surge up, I don't think, because that was... Yeah, it should still be down for a while, right? Yeah, it is. Alright, well, you can hit go, 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 and you can sprint for the exit. You are making it with 1 AP to spare. Here is our emergency exit, and let's try to bring the rest of the team. Tractor's going to be there. To be safe, I will wait and see what else my team can do. We'll extract everyone that we can, but if I need to throw down smokescreen for safety, I will do so. For example, aim is very far away. I have coordinated charge, but it might not be enough. It in fact was not enough, so relevant there. If I need smoke, I can still use it. Viking is mostly fine. I'm going to put you over here, and I'm going to pre-compute to make sure she goes first in case for some reason there are reinforcements. She can preempt them. Alright. I can rewind, which is move speed and initiative there as well. I'm going to delay, make sure that Edge can get out safely. He cannot. So I got to make sure you're safe as well. That's a little bit relevant. I don't expect it to matter, but it's here as an option. Mattering and all that. So he rolled 25 for initiative. I'm not really worried about it, so the smoke's going to go to cover aim instead. You are done. You are done. It's time for turn 7. You're making it no problem. And aim can be the last one in. Good job. I have a date with the shuttle at a private spaceport. It's time to go, my friends. Filter back into the shadows and disappear. What a night. There were big winners and big losers. Feels good to be on the right side of it, doesn't it? You know, Viking, for me, the Daedalus Bloc became a hell prison. For the longest time, I had nothing but this dead weight chained around my neck. Every member of my family was killed because of it. I've been in hiding for years, running and hiding from it. Even Diato didn't understand because she wasn't there. Diato couldn't remember a thing except before the block. All I had was his hate, anger, and vengeance chaining me to this prison. I couldn't go back. I couldn't roll back the clock, but I didn't want to anyway. You gave me a way forward. You trusted me when I needed it most. You were my partner through it all. I want to thank you for that. Not just for all the riches and shares, but for me. And I want you to come with me. Come off-world with me. Let's find a new way forward together. Right now, the solar system is opening up, and there aren't any independent players out there. It's only the major megacorps. We can do more than fight for scraps on this dying world, raking the old hates over the coals. Come with me, Viking. Be my partner. We can find that new frontier. I need that to break the cycle of the city and find that new again as partners. We can be more than partners, the two of us. I can't make that call right now. The night is still running here. Dying world or not, I'm not done here yet. I don't know what this one says, but what if we were more than partners? Wink, wink. We could try that. We're done with the block. The chain has been broken, or at least reforged. It's a season for something truly new. But for now, we've done everything we can tonight. Now my private shuttle is waiting. I need to get off-world immediately and reach my hidey hole in orbit. I cannot ask you to come with me now because my disappearance needs to be as invisible as possible. And I know you have affairs to wrap up, final decisions to make, a future to weigh. I will stay in orbit for a month, and you can join me anytime you are ready. Timeline event has been added to make our final decision. Retiring off-world with Paige DeVale has been added. If we plan to join Paige in space and retire, we have 1 month to wrap up our terrestrial affairs. You destroyed the Daedalus Bloc to be free? No, it's alive and well, but I am the Daedalus Bloc now. You must be the single largest shareholder of restricted stock in Jupiter. Probably, but there are a few families with combined holdings that exceed the block's share count. Either way, that makes a very dangerous and very wanted person. Your people get you back to the shuttle safely. Keep your head down. We will escort you to the shuttle. There are too many targets on your back. I will feel safer with your crew at my back. I always have. Once I'm settled in orbit, I will be in touch. We get some XP. We get a lot of money. We have the offer to retire off-world. We have more loot than we can ever realistically possibly use. Wonderful stuff for us. We are still on Chrome difficulty. Never changed it. So the whole playthrough went through like that. Yeah, I think all I have to do is go ahead and start the retirement. Start interaction. I spared no expense to secure a private line from the Gleamer so I can properly try to convince you to join me up here. And then, on Mars, I have no intention of staying here in Earth's orbit. Then on Mars, I have no intention of staying here in Earth's orbit. If you haven't already decided to join me, let me make the appeal again. I trust you more than anyone else I know. You've been a hard carry executing my plan through the most dangerous knotholes. And now comes the real point of execution. So far, we've just secured the funding and the power. My control of the Daedalus Bloc gives us a constant flow of revenue and the power to demand respect. But that isn't my endgame or our dream. We're going to start a new Megacorp, a space Megacorp. All those Megacorps are in a so-called space race, but they are terrestrial entities fighting over terrestrial things and competing over this already dead world. We will create a true space corporation without a single citizen or business subsidiary on Earth. But the other Megacorps and players aren't going to roll over easily. That's why I need you and your strength. What about you, Hayes? Are you going to come with us? First, let me say, we need you, Hayes. I know Viking didn't pull this all off on his own. I don't want to see what we've built together broken up. So, this is a hard decision. This is a one-time decision for your face. Will Hayes retire with you or not? And we can decide for Hayes if she ends up being one of our characters. You'll need someone up there in space. If we're founding a new corp, you're going to need a silver tongue, or she doesn't want to leave New Boston. We're going to come with us. You'll need someone up there in space. If you're founding a new corp, you're going to need a silver tongue. You know I'll be over your shoulders for this one. We've come this far together. I'm not walking away from this next adventure. What about my team? Will they come with us? Some of them can. We can't take everyone, and they might not all want to leave this world. Of course, there's a seat for Hayes. There are seats for 6 other mercs in the shuttle. If you retire, your merc company will split up. Some of your mercs may choose to come with you, while others will find their own paths forward. Mercs will join you that have the highest loyalty of at least 60% and the highest level as a tiebreaker. The ending for all mercs is based on their story choices, backstory, relationships, loyalty, and level. Let's retire. Yes, it's time for us to join you on your Gleamer. You must now confirm the choice to retire. Once you retire, you'll reach the end game screen. You can still access your safe house, but the game will be in a read-only state where you can view your team, class builds, and appearances, but play no further. This is a good time to save into a save slot if you want to be able to continue to play this game in the future. No automatic save slot is made for retirement. Once you retire, there is no way to undo the choice except to load a save slot. Well, it's Iron Man through and through. This save is done. This is it. It's time to hang up our spurs and retire on to the next life. Retire and endgame. We're ready to join you among the stars. Give us the launchpad details and we'll be on the next shuttle. I will gather the team to deliver the news. I've always wanted to step onto a Gleamer. I'm not so sure about Mars, but I know we will make it work. Time to say some goodbyes. I'll see you soon then, to our future. Viking and a select few joined Paige in Earth's orbit on a non-corporate Gleamer. From there, a slow transport brought the fugitives to the red planet Mars and a temporary home inside the Jupiter colony, Mars 2. Rich beyond any Earther's dream, Viking and Paige began to find their new frontier, using their Jupiter connections to snatch up land and mining rights, breaking ground on a colony, fund a fleet of ships, and lay the groundwork for a new Megacorp. On Mars, Hayes became the face behind the curtain, operating below the level on the New World to cut deal after deal, paving the way for the new Megacorp, colony, fleet, and future. Among the colonies and planets, AIM became one of the first interplanetary headhunters, willing to hunt a bounty to any length, distance, or measure. While Hurio helped keep her functioning, the Neurorot weighed on AIM's shoulders like a specter of death. On Mars, Magpie led the efforts to build a secure that build and secure a new standard of quantum network, the kernel of what became the infamous Citadel, and the backbone of the interplanetary matrix known as the Root. On Mars, Void took command of the Milsec forces arrayed to protect the fledgling colony and frontier and became a respected but feared general. Void became obsessed with collecting high-powered weaponry and amassed an impressive arsenal of death. Almost as if by magnetism, Edge was drawn onto another brush with the Brock family. The death of Johann Brock was never enough to pay for the loss of his father, and Edge exacted a heavy toll in blood before going on the run again. Edge reconciled with Mateo, but they kept their revitalized relationship a secret from any Warner Braun eyes. Edge became obsessed with collecting old-world weapons and boasts an interesting collection of oddities and antiques. Happy, the secondary hacker basically, initiated a personal quest to eradicate and dismantle the criminal syndicates perpetuating snatch scams on unsuspecting victims. The first target was the street-level tech house that snared her before Hayes effected a rescue. Eventually, Happy discovered the truth that Viking was behind the UNA termination and Warner Braun's betrayal. Happy holds a deep grudge against Viking and never reconciled. Finally, ready to try to settle and create another life, create another pack, Nightstorm took up residence in the Leans as a new warlord. Amnesia returned, and Tractor was lost for a year before she tumbled into a clinic, shot through, and dying. Tractor survived the night, and whatever happened during the time away settled a new peace on her mind. Tractor was well aware of how Viking made out in the end, and always felt cheated. Honeydew reunited with the survivors of the fire team Shadow Wolf to start a new mercenary company that operated on the European mainland, far enough away from their old corporate masters. Great. Well, we retired at power level 7. We, 46 turns. This is, like timeline duration. So every turn is a quarter of a day. So divide by 4, it's about, 411 days. So just over a year. We became a Cyberknight, and within, a year and a quarter, we managed to retire into space. We get the recap here. We did 49 missions, 27 of which counted as stealth. We got 9 limit breaks. We got 209 kills. We did a 1,500 damage burst at one point. We hired a lot of people. Unfortunately, we got the, well, we never spiked the AP, it's kind of funny. We got the recipe for a Merc died. That's kind of unfortunate, but whatever. Yeah, there's other possibilities here if we did more stuff. I thought we did install the 7th thing. Maybe we didn't. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? There aren't a level 7 blueprints of the game yet, so some of these can't be done, but it's all fine. So we retired. Good for us. Of course, our face did 3 legworks. She got 1 limit break. Wonderful for you. Hacker did what she could on missions. 24 total kills. A lot of CPU spikes, though. Had 1, pretty good damage hit here. Aim managed to be pretty stealthy. 66 kills. Decent damage here. Rose, 31 kills. Some damage. Bunny is dead. Was in 9 missions. Got 1 limit break. Did 2 side tasks, but yep. Unfortunately screwed up on Slaga Smash and just was greedy and lost an initiative roll. My sniper did a whole lot of damage. She got a 1,000 damage hit, 60 kills. Seems pretty good. Again, Cyberknight got 200, so good luck keeping up with that one. Soldier up there with 100, not bad for him. 22 missions. Secondary hacker barely did anything. I mean, realistically, I only hired him because he's the little brother of AIM, but here you go. He spiked some CPUs, but yeah, this guy wasn't really needed. Happy did some good stuff for us by going on a few missions. Remained undetected in several of them, which is kind of cool. 6 total kills, but quite a few CPU spikes. Our Scourge was decent, pretty stealthy. 2 limit breaks, some damage, some kills. Barely ran with this guy. He was kind of hanging out for the most part. But I wanted a sniper, so I got one. Kati did pretty well. Got, some nice high damage snipes, or SMG shots overall. And then, yeah, you got a 1,400 damage crit, which is not bad. 25 kills, all wonderful stuff. And we can see, all their stories. So that is me. We can go back to the safe house and say, hey, we did it. We are in this point. Our knight is retired. The safe house is locked for further play. You can still examine mercs, read your timeline, and export appearances and whatnot. So yeah, we can go back and be like, hey, here are all the things we did as a mercenary company, all the way back to March 13, 2231. It's now April 26, 2232. Yeah, we did black site splicing. We cleaned up the rooms, and we got a whole bunch done as people did better and better and better and better, and we retired. So this ends up lining up pretty well, actually, with my plans in real life. It's going to be a few days until I start the next Let's Play. I have some plans for difficulty mods and using the other storyline. Additionally, on this channel, next few days until we start the next Let's Play, I have a bunch of class guides scheduled to come up. And so these all got recorded earlier in the day. For me, in real life, they're going to be going up the next several days as I'm out of town visiting family for the holidays. And then we'll be back with another Let's Play with another sort of set of plans and challenges and whatnot, because as we saw, we were able to complete the game on Chrome. It went pretty well overall. Again, we retired on Chrome. We're good. Never changed it. Got through there. But yeah, I have plans on making the game more difficult and upping the challenge and doing other interesting things, because obviously we get to the point there where it's like, look, we've got our level 6 guns, we're just kind of killing the screen every time, and the challenge isn't really there anymore. And so I have ways I think that we can get around that. But either way, that's going to do it for this Let's Play. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you, all those of you who stuck around the entire time or only watched a few. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching. And I will see you with the next Let's Play afterwards. So, bye-bye.